I gotta be completely honest. I feel like Marvel is in the trash heap fire right now. Like I don't. None of their movies seem interesting. The only movies that are like S tier
Hmm.
are the ones is Spider-Man, which I feel like Sony is keeping the integrity high there with these Spider-Man movies because all this Marvel shit this is just not for me personally. I do not like the overly CGI look. All I want to see is my girl come back with them things. That's what I want. I want a
That's
WandaVision
crazy.
2 and I want my girl to come back.
Welcome to the One Up Podcast. I am your host, El Caballo, aka Tony, here with my co-hosts and favorite humans in the building. Got my dog DJ Doughy Fresh.
I don't know how I feel about favorite humans. What you have other out of extraterrestrial friends? Like what does this mean?
I do. Some would say that I'm an
Tony
alien.
has very good relationships with cats. He has a number of cats that he's loved. So
Doughboy has a
Awesome.
better relationship with a cat than I do.
I've never seen Doey give a cat a bath. I've never seen Doey walk a cat on a leash or shave their cat with clippers. So I've seen
Yeah.
you do all three of those things.
Those are facts. I've trained my
Yeah.
cat to accept all of that. Okay, I retract
My
my statement. Also in the building, as you can see, the great one, the bald one, Pucho is in the building.
What's going on, my brother?
Another beautiful Saturday morning. Ready to get up and at 'em. We're missing our co-host, Mateo, Texas one without a gun. He's on a sabbatical, enjoying his life. But yeah, man, freaking sorry for the Knicks, man. You guys are close, bro. That sucked. I watched that game and I was kind of depressed because I was like, damn, now we got to play against Jimmy Butler. I would rather play the easier team, but whatever. We still got to make it out.
I've in my lifetime, I haven't cared much about sports. This I cared about. And it bummed me out. Like I was so just like deflated. And I was just like, this is what it feels like to be a sports fan when you lose. It sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome to the
It
club.
even sucks worse for me because I've been waiting for the Knicks to win since the 90s. And we had a few chances there. You know, we had some squabbles with our rivals, the Heat, which we just lost to. Michael Jordan all over the East. Those are bad times.
They should have just thrown Derrick Rose out there at the last few minutes. See what he
Just to
could
see
do, all
what could
right?
happen.
Just to see what he could do, man.
I mean, they
Hey,
won that
Both his legs would collapse.
He
so-
did the first game. He played at the end of the first game.
He threw an alley oop
With
and Madison Square Garden went crazy.
Yeah. Against the Cavs, yeah, he played like a minute.
That's crazy, man. Like, it would have been nice to see you guys in the conference final, man, or conference championship. That would have been great. New York City would have been lit. The hypeness over there for y'all, because y'all haven't been there in a long ass time.
I gotta be honest, man. We might have the best fans because there's no litter fan than like New York goes crazy every time like the Knicks is winning. If anybody wins, but if the Knicks win, then you expect everyone to be in a good mood for the next few days. Everybody's just nice. No, don't shoot him, bro. The Knicks is winning right now. Just spare him, pa. Spare him.
That's
You know what I mean?
I do believe that you guys are the most overhyped fans for sure. And plus, a lot of people that go to New York are just mostly tourist people, and they're just going to support that team because it's Madison Square Garden in New York City. So it's just like, yeah, you guys get these fans, a bigger fan and more hyper fans because it's just overrated.
We're lit and we're peaceful, bro. We're not gonna fuck with you if there was a little dog walking by the building and there was a bunch of Knicks fans outside. The dog had the Miami Heat and they were like, boo.
That's beast.
But other than that, we let y'all live, all right? It's not like Philly or Boston where you can't even wear your team hat and shit, where people are gonna assault you.
That happened to you, right? Didn't you said you got off some exit on the
Yeah,
subway or something?
the conductor of the Amtrak train. I got on the wrong train and I had to get off on another stop in the middle of the Boston to get back on the right train. And he was like, I'm like, yo, got on the wrong train. I'm really sorry. Is it okay if I can get on this train? He's like, he looks me, he sizes me up and down. He's like, take off that hat. And I'm like, for real? And he's like, yeah, take the hat off and you can come in. And I'm like, all right. And I sat down. And then he found me like an hour later and I had my hat on. He's like, oh, I thought I told you to take that hat off.
I would
And
have
I'm
never
like,
taken
wow.
that hat off.
Like, Jesus fucking Christ.
Like the man, like that's crazy. That's how you know. Yeah, Philly. I think Philly fans and
Are worse.
are just a whole breed of disrespect, bro.
Yeah. Philly and the Cowboys, they're the worst fans.
Like Cowboys are not the worst fans. They're not. By
Yes,
far.
I said Philly and the Cowboys are the worst fans.
No. Cowboys are probably top 10 maybe, but we're nowhere near top 4, top 5. There's no way. Actually, the Cowboys fans are the most lovable fans. They're the most lovable.
Lovable?
Yeah, I'm lovable. People love me. I have a football jersey on Cowboys. People are like, hey, what's up, Cowboys? Yeah, maybe next year, buddy. And they're the rival team.
Anyways, I see the Lakers winning the championship. That's how I see this playing out. Celtics ain't doing it. I'm sorry, Tom. Celtics probably ain't getting out of this series. They got to win 2 more, right?
Nope.
They got to win 2 more, right?
Nope, one more.
It's 3-3? Oh, wow. I thought it was 3-2. Okay.
Game 7 this Sunday.
In Philly?
No.
No, it's in Boston?
Yeah. I think we just won in Philly.
Okay.
Yeah,
horrible game up until the end there.
Tatum
was 0 for 7 at one point. Maybe 0 for 10. It was terrible. I was like, this is horrible.
All I was hearing was the haters, Chris and all of them, just, that man's trash.
I love how you vanish, though. You be like, Tony be out here using the smoke bombs like a ninja. He just be vanishing, and then he reappears whenever his team is doing good. Anytime his team's doing bad, it'd be crickets.
Nah,
as soon as the team wins, they get Boston, they get mad Boston.
Nah, because why would I jump in the chat with 5 haters attacking the Celtics? I'm going to just chill. I'm going to wait until we win so I can talk my shit. That's it. And
it's not about talking shit. It's just having conversation. You could just be like, yeah, Tatum's having a bad game, and that'd be the end of it.
I would say that, and it would give Chris more fire to be like, that's why he sucks. Bueno, now we're going to just disrespect people's players. Tato.
That's fine. You don't pay your bills. Like, I'm not going to be out here just like, oh, don't say anything bad about Julius Randle. You know, I don't care.
RJ Barrett.
Honestly, y'all boys missing one key piece, like a superstar, and that's it. You guys would be good next season.
Brunson looking like a superstar. I think he averaged like 30 plus points a game in the playoffs.
What messed him out? What messed him up that game was the early fouls, bro. They had to set him down. That getting those 3 fouls before the end of the second quarter, I think it was.
I don't know. I didn't really get a chance to really sit and watch the game. I was me and my wife went out. We made, it's been 15 years since we started dating, so we went out.
Let's get an applause
for
that.
A little celebration. And so the Knick game was on. You know, I was glancing around at it and stuff, you know, but I was mostly just chilling with the wife.
So just a nice couple. Nice. That's good. No kids,
Very nice.
just you two. That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Good to do that.
Drop the kids off at the sister, and then we just had our own time, you know.
Very nice.
Where did you guys go and eat, you said?
We just went to a bar, had some just some bar food, some drinks.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's fire. You guys should have did you guys watch Guardians of the Galaxy yet or no? Nobody?
Not very interested. I didn't like the second movie sucked, so
I didn't like the second movie either.
It was a little.
The first one was one of my favorite Marvel movies ever. The second one was trash. The third one I heard is good. I heard good things about it. But
I think out of all of those Marvel movies, I think Guardian of the Galaxy is probably the best series of Marvel movies, I would say.
Bro, I gotta be completely honest. I feel like Marvel is in the trash heap fire right now. Like none of their movies seem interesting. The only movies that are like S tier are the ones is Spider-Man, which I feel like Sony is keeping the integrity high there with these Spider-Man movies because all this Marvel shit is just not for me personally. I do not like the overly CGI look. All I want to see is my girl come back with them things. That's what I want. I want a
That's
WandaVision
crazy.
2 and I want my girl to come back.
Well, I don't know if she's coming back, but it's all leading up to this one major fight, though. Like, obviously, if you read the comments and stuff, like the comics,
Fucking
you would know
Thanos pulls down Superman's fucking trousers, start blowing him.
that.
Fucking
Okay.
the Hulk walks up. He pulls his trousers down. Let me get some of that too. What is this? What fight? This is a big orgy. What is
It's this
this?
Kang shit. I'm not into this Marvel shit. Like
Have you seen
Kang.
Have you seen the one where it's like multiple there was like two Supermans in a movie or two Batmans in a movie. I'm sorry. It's like who's the old character that used to play Batman? Not Ben Affleck, but the other guy. The skinny guy.
Bale?
No, not Bale. Not Christian Bale. The guy before
Oh,
him.
the new Batman is Robert
Yeah,
Pattinson.
There you go. That's him.
You said the old Batman.
Yeah, my bad. I guess they were doing a movie where they're both gonna be in it.
They confirmed they're both in it?
Well, the trailer, the little video I saw.
Dumb. Trailers are so whack today. See, because this actually seemed interesting because I liked Robert Pattinson as Batman. And then when I saw they're making another movie with Ben Affleck as Batman, and then the Flash is doing things with like going back in time, changing things, I was like, it'd be cool if he basically taps into like an alternate universe, and that's the explanation of how Robert Pattinson is now Batman. You know what I mean? Like I could get jiggy with this, all right? But just throwing the whole thing out in the trailer is just I don't know, it's just very
Sucks.
lame.
Yeah. For me, yeah. I like my twists to be held in like the theater. I don't know.
I like these DC movies in terms of like the characters and the settings. Like it could be interesting. The villains are just so trash. Like the villain of the Justice League movie that came out it was like a robot or something lame. It's like I don't care about no robot. Why is Superman having a hard time fighting this robot? It's like a hunk of metal. Really? Come on. Come on.
No, for sure.
Sorry.
Yeah, Superman's this god of all gods of superheroes. Like him struggling with basic characters, I find it funny.
This is becoming a superhero talk. For those of you who have not watched Invincible, go and watch it. Okay.
Yeah.
When is
Fire.
season 2 dropping?
This year.
Soon.
Been waiting.
They may have been affected by the writer's strike though. I don't know.
Oh,
The writer's strike, that shit's ridiculous.
they want more money, right? Is that what it's about?
Yeah, they should get more money, bro.
Yeah.
They deserve it.
More money, and it's other things like having like more steady jobs. Like right now, the way the contracts are, they just kind of get thrown out at. And I think they got some stuff in there like they don't want AI to be introduced and things like that.
Yeah, that's crazy. AI is taking over.
I feel like that's a little weird. It's like I understand no one should be recreating anybody's voice with AI. Like that's obviously wrong. But to just blanket be like, you're not allowed to use AI to generate like voices or whatever, that just feels weird. It's like
South Park did it. They let ChatGPT finish one of their shows. It's so terrible.
Was it?
It gave ChatGPT like 75% of the show and then said, okay, I need you to finish this story for me. And the ending is so like, what the fuck? It's hilarious. It actually was very clever.
Yeah, what episode? Damn, I can't believe
it's one of the new ones on this new season. You'll see it.
Jesus. Do you guys think that's a problem though when it comes to like jobs and stuff? Like, you think teachers should just go on strike right before the beginning of the year until they can get paid right? Do you think these strikes are a way to fix the issue of payment? Because if that's the case, then teachers should have been doing this from years ago. Like,
I mean, there was a teacher strike up here not too long ago, so it happens. I think striking is literally the only way that you have to bring the city to a halt. You have to show how much you matter.
it's hard though, because especially for jobs like teachers, a lot of teachers are broke. For them to just stop working to do a strike is to like be even more broke. It's like
Yeah, yeah.
striking is kind of, not to say like it's a privileged thing, but it's like you got to have some amount of money or some amount of backing to pull off a strike. Like for somebody who's living paycheck to paycheck, they can't participate in a strike unless, I mean, I don't know, unless you're gonna go homeless or something. But
Yeah,
I don't
I
know.
that's
think I
Teachers,
think
teachers
I
should get paid more. Like that much is obvious. Like
I think that's what the corporations and the big wigs are hoping, is that they can't survive for that long. Um, and unfortunately, I feel like it's not the best way to do it, but getting unionized is like the only way to like fight against it. It's so fucked. I think that's what corporations want, is us not being able to survive without them, so that we need to always be working, and you forget, you know what I mean? It's just, it sucks, bro. But I think this is the way, especially America is. It's very capital.
do you- I've only ever heard of unions in New York City. Is the union only in that area? Where else is there a union?
I mean, you're gonna see unions in more blue states than red states. I mean, you have, especially up here, the construction workers have a union. Um, everybody has, like, anything big with any sort of like big money attached to it has a union.
Like I
My
can't
build,
create a union down here in Florida.
you will
yeah, you can.
be, you can, but I
Why'd you
mean,
why'd you say
because it's a right to work state. So like that already is like they're saying it on the state level, like we can fire you whenever we want. No unions, basically. Like go fuck yourself.
so you
Yeah,
think that
pretty much as soon as anyone gets wind of anybody creating a union, they just can everybody.
damn
Like
they
they
could,
just are like, y'all four want to dead. You're fired. You know what I
Yep.
mean?
that's
Um,
crazy.
so it's like oftentimes if you want to make a union, you got to be secretive about it. You got to be private about it. Um, because yeah, otherwise if the business catches wind, then yeah, it's over.
So but
So it's like,
once
yeah, once you could get everybody on board with forming the union, then it's like, all right, now they got to fire 20 people and they can't afford to rehire 20 people. That's, and then, that's where you get them. There's other problems with unions, like there's a lot of like seniority type of things. It's hard to get it. Once there's a union, it's hard to fire people, which there's pros and cons for. There's people who just never do their job, and it takes years to get them out of the job because the unions put so many things in place for like workers, like protections, that it protects people that don't deserve protections
Yeah,
too.
I worked
So
with
it's
one of
like,
those people.
I
He
see.
had he was my coworker. We would do porter work, like throwing out the trash and stuff like that. He also had another job somewhere else during the same hours that he was working in the building. So he would leave the building to go to his other job, work over there, leave me alone for like 4 or 5 hours, and then come back to do like an hour or two more and then go home. And he was doing that for years. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, no, dude, are you fucking leaving here? You're leaving me in the middle of doing the garbage and shit like that. I was like, fuck that.
That's wild.
Uh,
So the union's really not a good idea then.
no, that's not to say that. You always have
there's
that you,
there's pro there's pros and cons.
yeah,
So
you
like,
he just, one person breaks the law. Oh, you just shouldn't do it anymore. I'm like, come on, bro. Like, yeah, that's not how things
You don't
work.
think one bad apple ruins a whole basket of
No.
apples? You don't think it just
I
rot
mean,
everything
I
else?
mean, you can't look at things that way. You can't throw the
I
entire
think one
basket.
poison apple does ruin the bunch, but I just don't think it's a good analogy.
Yeah.
If you told me, hey, one of those apples are poison, I'm not eating any of the apples. But I don't think this is analogous to this situation. Like,
All right,
because
well,
there's no, because what you're doing is like the nirvana fallacy. Like, it's something, in order to accept something as the new way, it has to
has to
be
be good.
perfect.
Yeah.
And it's like, nothing's ever perfect. Things are always just going to be better or have some trade-off that's more acceptable. But um yeah, to say, oh, this, like, I don't know, it'd be like there'd be like a piece of shit just sitting in the middle of a room, and people are like, well, We could replace it with a smaller piece of shit. Oh no, that's bad. That's bad. The guy doesn't want to accept anything, and now you're just stuck with a big piece of shit. Like it's like you gotta make steps towards like the better thing. I know it's not really realistic that someone would trade a big piece of shit for a little piece of shit. It's obviously better, right? Well, maybe
Yeah.
it's stinkier, so maybe it's not obviously better, but I think you get the gist.
Yeah.
Save us, Tony.